na 4th October 2024 na Ghana de ensema ekosoro no galamsey sem ya na ye Ghana ba bia befa bia galamsey na Kevin Taylor asole edi ensentwerefo mienu bi atem ensentwerefo be ya nya abotre me de ensentwerefo na Ibrahim de Kevin Taylor ene na so na delay ene memekra don kontokwa ya abaya delay mum do ma meka bi ba memekra don ko kasei memekra don ko asaba e de reply bi aba abusia reply be na memekra don ko de bae nya abotre ne tena na me fam no hi official RNF TV abusia subscribe na subscribe channel official RNF TV, Facebook RNF TV, TikTok RNF TV. Abusia me sira mi adom aketo am so se da be the trending news bi atuma. This official RNF TV the trending news top femane de bremo. Abusia yankwa yachi be last 2 weeks ago na mamekra donko eko interview ewo Asempa FM. Oko Asempa FM ewo Atinka FM. Sorry, Atinka FM. Oko interview Atinka FM. Honom na sentweni na no ne oye ni interview. Ebusa ne say industry no obi aye aka bibia kire na atia ne dana. Na honom no ochire mu say yes, obi aka so ma na atia ne ba na delay. Obi aka so ma na atia ne da na delay. No mama the oye ni interview no ebusa say adai no ochire mu say 9 years atwam oko interview e wo delay ho. No okwa ni delay ka say bi kire na asem na anya ne de enam no so e ma ne domi delay ebo ni bia say ekule dikum ene bad de onya bida the free start time no so no okan sa asem we say no ye ni tia say sebe sister so wa wo dia mimu de minim ene kunu so awale dia minim but Ghana for do na de wo ma dwunu mi say delay nware na no ena maame no viso be kan sa asem last 2 weeks ago no delay on so on the oma me can be because no mbu omo Ghana no delay o kan o ma me kan asem ni bi ti enmanfo twe ho sere ne abasa owie na odene dia betwida owie na odene dia betwida na wei ene na no pay ma mekra donko asande reply bi abase on the message we my yemfa nkonkoma delay o se mebusa metinsia nyiche mudu nsia de to aso honom no wa obetima kan ma mekra donko so san kan to aso subscribe ni mi adomane so
Mami misrewa misi mommy delay mesrewa
10 years ago
acheme interview na chapa omwasa ko faba e pa cho fa chere mai mesrewa e pa cho mebusem chapter say mebusem okwadofo
ko tetia nche
na hunyansa
Wakaya, and say what you call anymore. Oh, Yakuba catch yourself. Oba, ya walk. Now I see who create you. Yakuba see one find out that. Now I'm one part of my mouth. I'm a wood yet. And they don't find out. And it's the whole Wakaya. Was it any the whole money?
No, yeah. Pacho so bata so dey. That's what bata so dey so by pacho. Asem no nze asem na kan ni so ka say. Pacho pacho no pacho. Wan kan ye no kwa dey. And one can ye nyina so wan kan ye. No.
In I say, ye bla panica be Taylor dear. A basse okoko custom na sem no and favor in this year, and your unipa probe will be over so less you call him. Then central for me be I think Asempa FM. Bakudin the Omanhene kwabena asante ena bakudi obi omu show omse na obi na na hosu show no na show ne so no ena Omanhene kwabena asante no ka se ahunahuna na doso yesi aban anima efo omo Ghana se omama president no akwakopem enafua bi se president no amfane na asifem amagalamse tu antwa wo Ghana omo so be sole se omo so be ko strike se omo be ko demonstration so be ko strike na no na Omanhene kwabla sante anu kan ena say Kevin Taylor say he massa massa adentina also oba be kasa asem no adentina nkofo asole demonstration etia galamsey na mo mum sentrofo mienu e mokotam radio station so na mo no na mo ba be kasa ade a omo ye ne because na Omanhene kwabla asante no echirim se nkofo no mutimi siklo ekwan a o se ka fam obi okra okwa adwumu na o mesi kwan ebede ne nipa netima kwa adwuma obi wa wo ko school na o mesi kwan enti ono no sansem no because ono do kire se demonstration no mo ye ne de nka ni yemu ne de kwata o machi na mmom kwan no mafa so o mo ye no ena mo onfo aso eno no na ye bla panin Kevin Taylor se buyi afeli ye no ani say na amene na mo ma ba betena musician ala be kasa asimbi ene mu nsumi ye na de be wo mo
they should report at 8:30 o ma say no ebi no mo amomu do adwom 10 11 12 as I go back to school and go to the house or travel without any permission o mo kura so mo say aban ehwe o mo. You are calling for equity. You are calling for equity. I will support the front when it's about so many things, but the approach this time is not a solution to what we all want to fight. Why? I want to do too much. A labor force. It's too much.
It's the UTN journalists. Omanhene Kwabena Asante. On a Kennedy say the nimse bo fruit. Oba bruchira Kennedy fi note. Omu didi wi no kakra man o basement no wedi. Obi afenyo marking the cool school. Ne dan ya team Gabi ne Tomano. Now, the Omoka nyina say they have a problem with labor unions, trade union congress. Ghana Jumafo nyina kase se president no amfa state of emergency and to galamsey so a eye omubeja omodwumegu from the 10th. And I think so of this month. We mu mienu ye nsentwerofo mienu. Omo problem nyina say e was say at the end of the day no nyoma bi na o see ye. Now the approach from the trade union congress and I say labor unions, no, they think say it is not the best approach. Now, where Okada riders? What you are branching kano? Sen kamoba no nanka say ya anke ametu kamo wuda dada. That is the question. Also, no one goes going richly, but the common sense and I made a war now a done it in richly say, Momo Bedia buying sono. Sankamoba and Ankan Suna say, Cranky and Druha, Kamunkabo, Kiamatomo. Into then a mother Druha, who says you know. Nianquasia journalist, able the community. The people don't like what is going on. They are looking up to the top. The president has the power to stop this. So why are we not stopping it? Why are we blaming the people? Why are we blaming they cannot do anything? And then Najueku for the statement about every excavator was shut down. Why are you not pressing the president? Now TUC for the press here, they are threatening, they are doing too much. In nine Munya Banjumada, Emma Sebio, UOB, Ukoye PRO, ECG, connection to Nina say Jumano. Obedrun crying. And our college scholarship was say Talu said the politicians kwajemao and a politicians do call law school and a politicians after the amount to won't say obi awaya banjuma say 40 years sebio oni baby obeda
ever anybody in Accra will decide to do. If we don't get the mining communities to own this fight, we should forget it. At least from what I have seen living and working in the Western region for almost 10 years, from what I've seen, working with ECG as head of public relations, Western region, I visited almost every major community in the Western region. Me call every mining town in the Western region. From what I've seen, so communities nankasa only fight no. Ja, forget it because so what you cry now kasa and we know we were there. We did a whole national dialogue in Wasekrop.
Give me any example.
Odu Wasekrop masa. Omo hu ne kra say a problem say they watch here kasa no.
Omo person musia no kwan. I want to talk for some fan kwan.
Because Odu ha the only way out and na me kasa we've had two approaches as far as the fight against illegal mining is concerned. Man, the first approach and it's from the top. Then the president as commander-in-chief of the armed forces, yentu police fungum, yentu soldier fungum. That has been the approach from Inusa Husseini, Mahama Yarega, Eba, the first lands minister under Nanado. I remember your friend is saying Jean-Pierre Ameu, Ofio Ukromni, Ebai, Ameyao Ebai, Abujinapo Abba. The approach has been Operation Way. Absolutely. Operation Way, yes, season way.
That cannot be the solution.
Yeah. But that's Ghana for you. And all of those approaches now, Oman, I've said this somewhere, say, the only approach are some semblance of results. Where traditional leaders, like Mikromo had there. And we've seen that example in Asante Mampong. Where the Omanhene has said, say, Asante Mampong dear, Obwa, ne manfo nyina etanechi. And yes, Asante Mampong gold, no gold taho. But say Asante Mampong dear, that has been the only working solution as far as this fight is concerned. I'm saying, say, there were two models. If one model are Juma, let's replicate that model across the country. Fortunately for you, Nanoman, land ownership in Ghana is clear. It's either a state land, family land, or stool land. It is a situation where a stool, the owner of stool lands, like I said, Mimi Krom had the Dabi, Ama Aye Juma. Why are we not putting pressure on the other family heads and chiefs, paramount chiefs, to also do so?
The unfortunate thing that we are all doing,
a buying intervention has not worked. It will not work.
The only unfortunate thing that because we are suffer is how politics amanukredi any of paper to serve this country. No, as it happens. Now interest levels no attract. We are not principled. We are not honest people. So we will not get honest solutions to the challenge that we face today. We can get it tomorrow.
Semper FM.
We are not principled. If you are not principled, if you are not honest, if you change your song per where you stand, you think you get solutions to some of these national crises. It can't be happening. It's even the OB. Monsieur Monko, yeah, because I was a cropon. I saw your phone credit, a ration. Illegal mining. Police for our uniforms are Omodia chair since I was a cropon. Yakoya Equesa, Coco was there. Namia MC Nukrano being Nakudru. As I buy more catches, me man 30,000 Ghana city.
Now we did now.
I did dinner. Maybe what they would quite in some war, you be a Diego.
Problem, no. I mean, what they were. They don't own the fight, and that's the biggest challenge. They don't own the fight. They don't own the fight, and that's at least most of them don't own the fight. And you need them to take ownership. Someone taking ownership at the top-down approach no will fail. It should be a bottom-up approach, and the bottom-up no will start from one. Tasking all MMDC say, a period of 6 months. Why you be illegal mining in your mining district, the MC, you are gone.
Papa, that's it.
The traditional leaders are in Sasene Modia, stool land Modia. Why you be illegal mining with stool lands no to be a or hini yanu will be can. Yaba family heads, family lands you be illegal mining was to be a bushia penny yanu will be can. If you don't use that bottom up approach, not there be a pressure never call the political elite.
Even the labor front. Time check machine credible doors and look at they should report at 8:30. Oma saying ibinomo amomudu edum 10, 11, 12 as I go back to school and go to the house or travel without any permission. You are calling for equity. You are calling for equity. I will support the front when it's about so many things, but the approach this time is not a solution to what we all want to fight. Why? I want to do too much. A labor force. It's too much.
It's the UTN journalists, you know. Omanhene Komna Sante, on a Kennedy say, the Nimse Bofruit, or Babru Chira Kennedy Finote. Omu didi bi anon kakraman or basement no with D. OB. After your marking in the school, ne dan your team Gabina Tomano. Now, the Omokenyina say they have a problem with labor unions, trade union congress. Ghana Jumafo nyina ekase. So president no first state of emergency and to galamsey swa eye omubeja omudwumegu from the 10th and I think so of this month we mu mienu ye nsentwerefo mienu omo problem nyina na say e was say at the end of the day no nyoma bi na o see ye now the approach from the trade union congress and I said labor unions no they think say it is not the best approach. Now what are some of the things they were trying to say? Almost say approach na ye de ko galamsey no a bottom up approach na o see use maybe ye use a up down a up down or up bottom approach. The no kan nyina na say galamsey dia ndie say no omo mienu say come on pon kohwe onye ni kasem obi anya galamsey obi ampon tumi nya galamsey and oba Ghana o say obi so no ye dwuma ma ECG wa ko bebia na esi ano galamsey ntokwa no yemfama communities no they should own the fight. Communities no omo titi nkura ase no omo titi nkuro na ye galamsey no obi ni den Omanhene so omo nyansemu as journalist no yemma nkurofo no ahemfo no ene ekromofo no and own right no say fight no send ye beya obubetuma akon galamsey. The question is say kromo for an only fight now who is doing the galamsey? So then you people are beginning, you are letting us understand say majority of the communities of galamsey ne koso no enye omo no omo ye, and that there are some people who go in there to do the galamsey and a kromo for no are not seeing any seriousness to fight against that crime. Into one, their point they are making and they say, and then in Kronkura galamsey koso no, omu momuna sebio omu etwa anko for babe galamsey they are not resisting. Now, utie omu nsemo nyina, you could see clearly say they are moving the responsibility from the head of government. They are taking the responsibility from the president. They are taking the responsibility from the institutions that have been resourced and equipped to make sure that there is law and order. Anything against national security, it is the responsibility of the president, the vice president to make sure. Say galamsey, which is a threat to our security, no, it stops. But these people don't have a problem with the president, whose mandate, his first job as the president of the republic, is to stop any national threat. These people know Akufo-Addo put his presidency on the line, but they have ignored Akufo-Addo being a dishonest leader. Akufo-Addo, who has overseen these things happen for 8 years, they have ignored the government that is supposed to take responsibility for what is happening, because galamsey is a national security threat. So these journalists who say Oma Kenkain, Omo Nyansa Chen, Omo na wuti omo ade adwene se Ghana ye koyi anase nkoyi no, they have refused to understand say the communities na galamsey ne koso no ene community na ye say omo ma yate ase say the communities na omo tete omo respective areas no or say omo resist say nipa bi be ye galamsey. The question is say the communities na ye galamsey na then one amu na ye galamsey no, and the question is Abaina Otisuna, led by the president who put his presidency on the line, Edan Wudi enim and the vice president no, Omoba power no, Oma be shemra say yen tumi enko ye kwayem na yenko tu egudie. Time na Akufo-Addo mba no na yenko kwayem tu egudie wu. Sanko for me anyway, they don't have a problem with that. They have a problem with him ameni papa no mo ye edwuma wa ban mu amo say. E was say oman no penyina odi anim no ekasa ema nyoma ekoso galamsey no esutwa no omo say omo problem with the TUC. Omo ne eye Ghana adwumafo a de ekoso no enam a essay insu a essay ensase a essay nipa ewu yebo nipa tuo kwaye a ye twirigu no omo say they have a problem with the TUC. Every say president ne nyehwe eni say the responsibility ni gu president ne so eni say di gu aban ne so na emom yen sati every bottom. Now the question here is, who has the power to stop a galamsey? Obi di se chema wuntumi a okuta sika, okuta tuo, okuta political connection, okuta the financial strength to shut every youth down. How is the young man in the community? How is the poor chief? How can they fight? Because remember, this Akufo-Addo group are they are the same people who introduced they are in what we call community mining as a disguise to go into a forest. Into your hene. Now what you chrome. na sa aban aba na aban say 200 acres or the community mining. Now after 2-3 weeks, community mining has turned into serious mining in the forest, which they allowed that. Who is responsible? Who is supposed to stop it? Into journalists, TV, they are supposed to make sure, say, the people who are in charge are supposed to take the responsibility. No, they are basically shielding the criminals who have brought us here today and now putting the blame on the people in the communities who don't have the political, who don't have the financial strength and might to fight illegal small-scale miners who are financially resourced. Remember, we have ministers and DCEs coordinating to do illegal mining. What can you do? Because say illegal mining ewo takwa na mrekuduka oye deputy land minister odaba omia campaign so say mrekuduka ye galamsey oni DC oye the head of security or that district ye galamsey na say in the name of community mining mrekuduka to galamsey na ohene no oko report ma DC ya then a chair will say sa DC will take action. Because the DC and the minister are in collaboration destroying the forest. Now we on Hinekura was assassin so now got DC in office. Now the report come at DC they say me wu say yetutu amenabi obi krom ha me wu so many lines.
I was saying something near dear go on my mom. The America Donkor kan and out tie no and Kevin Taylor so the betuja. And what you know, unsubscribe channel ya wada wo mema if you no subscribe channel no share channel e mane house or be share channel no ama wo nua wada fo dofo bi no mia do market to say the trending news bi atuma ojo sabeka hi official RNF TV TikTok RNF TV Facebook RNF TV abi say do wase se mutie e dia me je so aye osemensa brampa makram my bye.